Hi, I'm Maggie.
I'm Ella. Welcome to episode 3 of Game Day Girls.
So a lot of people are happy around us now because the Bengals finally got their first win. I think if you're a Bengals fan, you should be happy. I think this is a good turning point in their season. I mean, the offense looked really well.
Yeah.
Last week, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase finally started clicking, and they looked like the old Bengals. I still think their defense, though, really struggled. Like the Panthers, they just had a lot of run game on them, and I think they need to get more pressure on the quarterback and just work on that more. But otherwise, I think that this is a good sign for them and that they got that win on the road.
Yeah, I think that's, a really, really good win for them. I realized that we're 0-3, but now we're 1-3, and we go play the Ravens next week in a competitive division match, which I think that is very winnable for us, and that'll put us at 2-3, which I think will, really help us get there. But overall, playing the Ravens next week, I mean, if they stop the run well and watch the QB options, I think that it'll be fine.
Yeah, and I think that the Ravens, the biggest thing for the Bengals is that they are going to have to stop Derrick Henry. I mean, he had 199 yards rushing. He had 1 touchdown. He was just the main piece of that offense. And I think that the Bengals really have to look into that and try everything that they can to stop that.
Yeah, I think if they, stop the run and stuff and, get pressure on the quarterback, it'll all be fine. Moving into my team, the Saints, they lost this week, sadly. Derek Carr played like absolute crap like he did last. This team was, 2-0 to start, and now we're struggling a little bit. I think the defense still played pretty well. I mean, it was still a really, really close game, and losing the Falcons, they're not a horrible team. Kirk Cousins isn't bad. Things like pick sixes are just going to hurt your team overall, and you just have to eliminate the turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, I know that too. I was a Jets fan with Zach Wilson all last year. All those pick sixes, it was not fun to watch. I'm also as well not as happy. The Jets had a really tough loss against the Broncos at home. I was going in thinking that this would be a good win, that would be fine, but not how it turned out, how I wanted. They looked good defensively. I mean, it was a 10-9 game. It was very low scoring, very boring game to watch, if I have to be honest. I'm not going to be the fan who uses excuses, but the rain did come down. There was a lot of rain, and I know it's harder for offenses to get going. I still don't think, though, the way that they played should be from the rain. I think they have to, realize that within themselves. Aaron Rodgers got really beat up last game, and so that's not good to see. He was in a lot of pain on the sidelines. They're working on him. And I just think that next week they really have to get this win to keep that momentum going, because we did have some after the Titans win.
Yeah.
But I think now going to London, that's a lot of travel. Yeah. And you have to play the 4-0 Vikings. Gosh, the return of Sam Darnold. But I just feel like, defense looked good. Offense still needs a lot of work. And I have to be honest with the Davante Adams stuff. I want him. I want him really bad. I think that because he's a veteran, he has that experience. He has that, captain, in him. And I just feel like if we get him, that'll be just the missing piece that we have to that offense, and it'll really help us out.
I really agree. I think that, having the old Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers duo will be, incredible. I think the Jets will benefit significantly from that.
Definitely.
They're playing the Vikings, obviously, like she said, it's in London. I mean, that's 6-7 hours of travel. That can really screw with you, especially with jet lag and stuff. So I think that'll be interesting game. I think both teams might be a little bit off, but the Vikings are definitely a tough match with Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I mean, who would have expected that Sam Darnold out of everyone would be a 4-0 team on the Vikings? I mean, I think all the Vikings fans after J.J. McCarthy got out, everyone was like, "Oh, great, there goes our season." No one thought that Sam Darnold would come in and just completely shred defenses, and it was just, it was good to see. I always liked Sam Darnold. I never really hated him, but that's what happens.
Yeah.
And now with the Chiefs, I mean, they have Rashee Rice out. I think that they should be scared. And that's your main guy, especially with Travis Kelce. I mean, he kind of started slow, but he kind of had a good game last week.
Yeah.
But they've had these really close games, and now without their wide receiver, their main guy, who is Patrick Mahomes going to throw to? And I think that they really need to get someone. They probably are also going for Davante Adams, but really find someone to help with that offense, because they're winning very close games.
Yeah, they are winning very, very close games. Wins and stuff, and you're they could easily have lost all those games.
Yeah.
And I think that as a Chiefs fan, I think I'd be scared with having, Marquise Brown out, Rashee Rice out. It's basically up to your rookie, and that's all you got right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So that's it for week 4 in the NFL. We'll see you next episode.